Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Journey to Happiness. And tonight you can see me a lot better because I parked in front of this bank and there are a lot of street lights on. And I think I really like making YouTube videos when I get off work because one, I think it's just convenient for me. I work a lot right now. At the moment, I mean a whole lot. So I don't really have a lot of time to sit down, edit videos, and put like a lot of effort into making videos. But making them when I get off work is just very convenient because I'm out driving home anyway. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start like a new series, like where I just make videos after I get off work, on my way home. Maybe I don't know, after work talk videos. I just talk about different things, whatever I want to talk about. It might be if something happened at work, it might be just my opinion on certain things or whatever, life update or whatever. So today, or well, tonight, and I had a good shift, by the way, because I worked as a med aid today, because one of the full-time med aides, this is her weekend off, so I get to work on the cart on her weekend off. But anyway, what I was saying, what I wanted to talk about was children. Can we normalize not asking people why they don't have kids yet just because they are a certain age? I know by the time you turn 25 or 30, a lot of people get this question. If you're a person that's like between 25 and 35 and you don't have any kids, normally people ask you, why you don't have any kids yet? Some people, I don't think they mean any harm by it, and other people are just being nosy. Stop asking people that, unless like maybe you're a really, really, really close family member to that person and you're just generally curious, like, do they want to have kids or I can see then. But if it's not somebody that you're extremely close to, stop asking that. That's kind of like a rude question. I remember a few months back, one of my co-workers, I'm not at the job now, I quit after 3 days, but one of my co-workers, she was like, hey, cuz, she called me cuz. She says we're related. I don't know, y'all. I live in a small town where everybody says they're related to each other. But anyway, she was like, hey cuz, why don't you, and just so nonchalantly, hey cuz, why don't you got no kids? Yeah, you can't have any? First of all, stop asking people that. Why don't you have kids yet? Second of all, do y'all not realize just because somebody is 25, 30, 35, and you see they don't have any kids, that doesn't mean they can't have any kids. Y'all do know that there's a such thing as condoms, right? Protection. There's a such thing as birth control in many different forms. Nowadays, there's a such thing as Plan B. And I don't believe in this. I don't think I would never do it. But there is a such thing as abortion. So why do we, and when I say we, I'm talking about my community, because I'm sure in the other communities they do this too, but most of the time when somebody asks me this, it's somebody that looks like me, if you know what I'm saying. Because I know it's normal in my community, even if you're not married, to have, by the time you're 25, to have 3 or 4 kids. And I noticed, like, she didn't ask me, cuz you plan on getting married? She just asked me why I don't have kids. But, like, to me that is really dumb to think that somebody can't have kids just because they're 25, 30, 35, however old, and they don't have kids. And do you realize that a woman has to ovulate to get pregnant? So even if somebody is sexually active, if the woman is not ovulating, she's not going to get pregnant. A woman, to my understanding, a woman only ovulates, I think it's like, well, the average woman, I'm not saying every woman in the world, but the average woman ovulates like I want to say 4 times a month. Don't quote me, but I think that's what it is. About 4 days out of a month. I believe the average woman ovulates 2 weeks after her period, I believe. So if you have sex, but it's not the time around the time that you ovulate, and you're not gonna get pregnant, because an egg has to be there. When the woman ovulates, that's what releases the egg. And when the sperm, I know y'all know this. I'm pretty sure it's mostly adults that watch my channel. But anyway, so stop. And there may be some people that are trying to have kids and they're having health problems. They're going through, what do you call it, the IVF thing, or whatever you call it. And they're doing their best and they just haven't got pregnant yet. Imagine how hurtful that would be to have somebody ask you that, and that's what you're going through. So I think my community needs to do better and stop asking people why they don't have kids. And believe it or not, nowadays not every woman wants kids. For me, I don't want kids right now. I do want kids. I'll probably have them in like my mid-30s, but I don't want them right now. Why would I bring kids into a situation like this? Like, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, which there's nothing wrong with that. But why would I purposely get pregnant? And I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, and I'm not really in my career. I don't have the career that I want. I want to be able to, I know I've told y'all this before, but I want to be able to give my kids a good life. And I wouldn't be able to do that unless their father happened to be rich or something. I don't know. But, I want to be able to take my kids to Disneyland on family vacations every year. I want to just give them a good life, you know? So why would I have kids right now, you know? Like I said before, write me $100,000 check, then I'll get pregnant tomorrow, okay? I'll have kids. Write me $100,000 check. And I've gotten this question, you know, before by different coworkers and just different people. Stop asking me that. Stop asking people that, why they don't have kids. Please stop. It can be for several different reasons. And it's just a rude question, y'all. It really is. So let's just stop it, okay? And let's respect people's boundaries, you know? Yeah. And I noticed like that. But they don't ever ask me, oh, do you ever want to get married one day? I notice in my community, you know, they don't ask you, are you dating anybody or you want to get married? It's just, when are you going to have some kids? I want a family one day. I don't just want to be, there's nothing wrong with this, no offense to anybody, but I don't just want to be a baby mama. I want me, my husband, and my kids to all have the same last name. That's what I want. I don't want to be no single mother if I don't have to be, you know. So I would like to be married first, before I have kids. At least engaged, you know, in a healthy relationship. I want to have kids with a man that I could depend on. There's all types of things, like, you know what I mean? Somebody that is smart, a man that is true to his word, a real man, a man that knows something in life, you know, like about the basic things about a car, how to change a flat tire. You know, there's men nowadays that don't even know how to change a tire. I want kind of like a man like my dad, to be honest with you. My dad, he be getting on my nerves sometimes, but I would want a man like my dad. My dad is very dependable. Anytime my car has broke down or I've been in some situations, even situations that I've gotten myself into when I was younger, I call him and he came. Like, there's been times when my dad had to, and as an adult, I mean, not even as a teenager, as a grown woman, my dad has picked me up in the middle of the night because my car stopped working or whatever. My dad, I can say he is a very dependable man. He's always checking my car. I need to learn how to do that I'm going to learn how to do that on my own. But he's always like checking the oil in my car and stuff every week to make sure everything is going up. Oh. Oh, somebody scared me, y'all. I didn't know who that was. This car just came in the background. Okay, what was I saying? I would want to have kids by a dependable man. Not a man that is gonna leave us or have to be there. Can't find them. I want to be able to have a man that can show, if I have a daughter, show her how she deserves to be treated. We're gonna treat her like a princess. You know what I'm saying? I want a man that I can call if I got an emergency going on. A man of God. A man that's a leader, but it's gonna lead me in the right direction. I don't know why I'm telling y'all this, like y'all can't, but that's what I want. That's who I would want my husband to be, who I want to have my kids by. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think. What else? I want to be more financially stable before I have kids. So that's why I don't have kids right now. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to answer that question to co-workers, or neither does anybody else. Like, stop asking people that. You know, there could be a woman right now my age that is desperately trying to get pregnant with her husband, and they're having problems. And I just can't imagine somebody asking her, why don't you have kids yet? Like, she could like break down and cry. Like, stop asking people that, okay? Let's see. I know a girl I used to work with. She just had her first baby at 33. She had like 14 miscarriages, y'all. 14. She shared like the journey and stuff, but not everybody wants to do that. Some people want to keep that kind of stuff private, you know. But finally they did like the IVF or whatever you call it thing. They went to the fertility doctor and they finally had a girl after all this time. And another thing, do y'all not realize, like, okay, for example, Rihanna, she is a whole freaking billionaire. She could have been had kids if she wanted to. She's a freaking billionaire. You know what I'm saying? She can, even if she was a single mother, she can hire a nanny. Like, she's, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't have her first kid till what? I think Rihanna is now 34 years old. So she probably got pregnant around 33, 32. Beyonce, I think she didn't have her first child until she was in her early 30s, I think. And she's a freaking billionaire. So people will have kids when they are ready, okay? All right. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Comment below any opinions that you have about that. And like, comment, subscribe. And I will see y'all the next time.